turn me up a little bit. Speaking to my higher power, hold my credit good. I done took it way farther than they ever could. Can't flex on me. Sometimes it feels sorta like Adidas, nobody checks on me. Sometimes I steal straight from the teachers, I can feel death on me. Can't lie, done plenty wrong, can't run from it, I'm owning up. I was like 16, thinking I was hellbound, I was pulling up. Wonder when it's gonna make sense, mama always said when you old enough. I'm older now and I'm still around, and these blessings keep on showing up. Yeah, everything is a test. Yeah. I done did some dirt, but good Lord, I'm blessed. Yeah. So I don't know why I stress. Guardian angels, bulletproof vests. I'm ready for war in real time. I'm ready for more in real time. Came out the mud, I still shine, still shine, still shine. Came out the mud with a domino. I ain't falling back, this ain't no dominoes. Gotta push through the pain where you tryna go. I got destiny in the foreground and legacy in my score count. Got a bad chick that's been around, but a new chick that's more down. Got more problems and less patience, but everything seemed purposeful. Reputation that's rock solid, don't come around if we ain't heard of you. I heard the truth, made sacrifices. Stood tall through every test, my confidence getting hella spicy. Now I'm only finna make demands. At this point, I ain't asking like say, I promise that we taking more. Eating right in the devil face, I'm saying grace like praise the Lord, yeah, I'm flawless. Everything is a test. I done did some dirt, but good Lord, I'm blessed. Yeah. So I don't know why I stress. Guardian angels, bulletproof vests. Guardian angels. Guardian angels. Guardian angels. Guardian angels.
Now, first of all, I do want to let y'all know that for the next couple of episodes forward, and eventually, and I get it, but I'm not stopping for sure. You know, no man, no woman is meant to be alone at all. Period. I'm not going to come on here and try to, cap or anything like that, saying that all men think this way.
Well, I have a question and a statement for you. First of all, sir, I forgot the statement, but my question is so you've never loved two women before at the same time?
No, not my whole entire life. No, I never cheated a day before my life.
I ain't asking about cheating. I'm just saying, just in the dating phase.
Man,
Okay, I remember my statement now.
He's online. He gotta say that.
I remember my statement now. I'm gonna let him come. Let me let him live. I think I remember my statement. What was it? I forgot again. Damn it. Go ahead.
Sometimes the stuff that comes out of your head, it's not beneficial at all. You do realize that this whole scenario that you're mentioning about, you do realize that it is just about impossible. It's more like a unicorn fairy tale, like say for example, where my one daughter's telling me a fairy tale story that it sounds great. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it just doesn't exist. Many modern day women, they'll literally throw out their accolades and stuff as well. They'll throw out their accolades saying, well, I have this, I have that. What do you have? I done went to school. I done got a bachelor's degree. I done got a master's degree. I done got all these different things. What do you have? Oh, that's a 9-to-5 job? Child. I have to be like real strategic with my networking now. I have to like really just sit down and just really just vet people.
And just for a record, this is what we would call baby mama drama.
Absolutely.
It's not just exclusive to one race or one particular group.
As y'all could clearly see.
Urban, tell me what was the win. Tell me because a win in these verses is different for everybody's win. What is your thing that you think that they got the win for?
Terrence Howard.
Bye. I'm up in this line.
They shut it down with that. To be cycled through the system. They're not gonna have no type of guidance, no type of support. Then also in the worst case scenarios that they end up developing mental behavioral or mental disorders, which make the situation worse, and which in turn they end up becoming adults, and hence this is where we get people who are sociopaths, psychopaths, um, chronic narcissists, and all these different other behaviors as well. Y'all know the topic. The topic is talking about women being master manipulators, which this is true. Women are master manipulators. And you keep saying that, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to change this, I'm going to change that. But yet and still, you have not did it yet. Why? Why? What's the holdup? What is the holdup? Today, on this Monday, on this Motivational Monday, it's time for Urban to give you some tough love. It's time for Urban to tell you to stop procrastinating. They literally correct fake news because they know that negative behavior sells. It's all part of psychology. They know that through the psychology of it all, they know that you as the viewer, you're gonna the first thing that's gonna come into your mind right now is that, hold up, why are they beefing? And what you're gonna do, you're gonna immediately gonna start investigating. You're gonna tune in and find out what is the beef about. It's all part of psychology.
I don't care how long it take to get an op back. All my niggas outside, steak, bitch, we out back.
Salute everybody. Salute, salute, salute. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to another one episode. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Tough love, I see you, bro. I see you, bro. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, bro. And also, I appreciate you sharing me out as well, too, bro. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. But once again, everybody, I am the official urban therapist. I appreciate you tuning in to another episode. This episode it's going to cover the recent subway attack in New York City, in Brooklyn. There's going to be a lot of information that I'm going to go through, that I'm going to cover about this. So now I'm going to jump into it. But first, I purposely had shared the video of Frank James. I purposely did that for a reason. And the reason why is because I didn't want to too much be sharing his video on this particular show, because if I did, this show would be about over like 2 hours or something long, and I don't want it to be that long. All right, so that's why I went on and just premiered that particular couple of videos, just to give you a perspective about currently what's going on right now. All right, with this situation. So everything that happened so far, I do want to give my condolences to any family who been affected by this horrific event that occurred. Yeah, that's pretty much it. But we gotta talk about this. This is trending now, so we gotta talk about it. We gotta talk about it. Now, this event happened with yesterday, I think. Yeah, I think it was yesterday. It was yesterday when this happened. But a lot of people, especially on content creators, they was asking, was I going to cover this event since it was breaking news? But I was telling everyone that I was going to wait, because normally with these type of circumstances, it's better for you to just wait it out a little bit and make sure that you acquire as much information about it first before actually going through here and trying to cover it. So that's what I was doing. I was waiting for as much information to be shared as possible so I could go ahead and do the show and cover it. Okay. So now there's a whole lot of information out here. Now let's do this thing. We finna go and jump into this whole entire thing. All right. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pull up an article for the New York Times. We're gonna go through this article to the New York Times, and we're just gonna just kind of um, do our best to decipher these whole chain of events, okay, and figure out what's really going on, and figure out also as they released today, the now they call him a suspect is Frank James. All right, so we gonna get into all that. We're gonna want to figure out this whole thing out. All right, so let me go ahead and switch this over. Got the article already pulled up for y'all. Of course. Now, according to this article, it says the police search for a gunman and attack of the Brooklyn subway. All right, it say a man set off on smoke grenades in a crowd subway car and then opened fire. The police said at least 23 people were injured. So far, the police named a person of interest. Now, this was earlier before they had apprehended Frank James. Okay. So here's the whole chain of events that's happening in Brooklyn right now. This whole chain of events that's transpired right now. That's happening. All right. Now, according to this article, it said what you need to know. As of right now, the police name a person of interest and connected to the shooting. They say that Frank James, the suspect who was apprehended, left troubling videos online. A couple of other videos I had shared with y'all earlier, okay? The New York City subway was struggling to rebound. Then the Brooklyn shooting happened. For some reason, they want to point this out. Why, I don't know, but we're going to figure it out. Subway service resumed at 36th Street after police finished the investigation. A trailer clues on online rents, a rent event, and firework purchases. Hunts for New York City attackers can end in minutes or months. Mayor Eric Adams say New York City will not surrender to violent fear. Frank James was quiet and gruff. His neighbor said in Milwaukee. Okay. Man, what's up with it, bro? All right. Question. Man, since you on here too, I've been hearing reports that Mayor Eric Adams that he ended up resigning. Is that true? Because I think Queen Mott Girl had posted this on her community a while, but I don't know if she was talking about Mayor Eric Adams or what. So I don't know how true this is. You know what I'm saying? If he resigned or wherever it didn't happen. But I was looking at a report saying that Mayor Eric Adams he actually had C-19. So like I said, I don't know how true that is, but we're gonna dig deep into it. All right, I'm gonna dig deep into it. Now this is the U-Haul van that they allegedly found that belonged to allegedly to Frank. Okay. Now the police in New York on Tuesday evening identified a man they called a person of interest in a mass shooting on a crowded subway train in Brooklyn during the morning rush earlier that day. That injured 24 people. 5 of them are critically injured. The man, Frank James, 62, had rented a U-Haul van in Philadelphia, police said. A key to the van, they said, was found in a collection of belongings in the train that they believe belonged to the gunman, including a Glock 9mm handgun, 3 ammunition mags, and a hatchet, fireworks, and a liquid believed to be gasoline. The police found the van abandoned on the street late Tuesday afternoon, about 5 blocks from the Kings Highway Station, where they said the gunman had gotten on the subway, and 5 miles from 36th Street Station, where the shooting unfolded. Mr. James remains at large. James Ishug, whatever their name is, the police department chief of detectives said in a news conference at police headquarters, where we're endeavoring to locate him and determine his connection to the subway shooting, if any. That's what he said. Okay. Okay, gotcha. So I want to okay, let me read this first, then I'm gonna make a point about this too, okay? It says that he appeared to have posted a dozen of videos on YouTube where he rifled out news events and long rants. He blamed black women for violence among black people and pointed to Russia's invasion of Ukraine as an evidence that whites are genocidal. Okay. Before I go any further with this, all right. Before I go any further, I want to point this out to y'all too. All right. Now, this is so far what I have observed, all right, in this whole events. Now, they have pointed out that Frank is now the suspect of this, right? Now, here's my question. Here's my question on this. Here's my question. Why wasn't there any type of social media postings of the shooting actually happening in the subway car? Let me say it again. Why there wasn't any type of social media outlets actually showing the actual shooting in the subway car? Now we know that we are in the information of age, information of devices where we have our cell phones and everything. Every single day, especially in New York, and the New York subway system, they are always recording something. Somebody is always recording something. So my question is, why there wasn't anyone recording the actual event on the train? The only recording that I have saw so far was the recording after the fact. After the fact, when people got off the train, that's when you start seeing these different recordings. But before that, while the people were on the train, the moment when people seen that canister went off, the moment when people in the other cars start hearing shooting or gunshots, why it wasn't no type of documented recording? So that's like I said, I've been looking, y'all. I really have been looking, and so far I have not seen no type of amateur recording of the actual event happening, where people are literally recording this, or somebody's recording it and they in the next car over and they recording it and they hearing the actual gunshots going off. I haven't seen it yet, unless y'all seen it, but I haven't seen it yet. And believe me, I've been looking for it. I've been looking for it. Gabe, what's up with it, bro? Okay, all right, cool. And that's on video? Yeah, I check it out, man. I check out that video. Oh, okay, gotcha. A ghost gun bill, gotcha. But yeah, I have not seen no type of video whatsoever, amateur video of literally showing people recording this event as it happened while they literally on this subway car. I have not seen it. If y'all seen it, by all means, share it with me. But I haven't seen it yet. I have not seen it yet. So automatically, this right here raises a red flag for me. Automatically. It raises a red flag because there's something, even in a situation like this, there's something more to it than what it is. Any other situation, there'll be people recording, they'll be recording as the events transpire and everything. But in this particular situation, I don't see it. I do not see it happening. I'm just saying. But let's get to the article. Now, it said on shortly before 8:30 a.m., the police said a heavy-set, dark-skinned man in a construction vest and construction helmet donned a gas mask as he crowded the N train approached the 36th Street station in Sunsetport neighborhood, tossed two smoke grenades on the floor of the car, and began firing the gun. 33 shots later, he fled. 33 shots later, he fled. Once again, I'm asking this question. Where was the people who was recording this? I didn't even see the video of him actually fleeing. I didn't even see that. But according to the report, now this report came from eyewitnesses, okay? This report came from eyewitnesses from their account where they said that people were seeing a dark-skinned, heavy-set man in a construction vest and construction helmet. This is what they said. So if this dude was a heavy-set man, how in the world was he able to flee the scene that fast? How was he able to flee the scene that fast? And why was there no other witnesses? Even when he got off the car, why wasn't any other witnesses recording him? Yeah, let me see that video, man, because like I say, I'm buffering a little bit, y'all. I don't know why. Yeah, I'm starting to buffer a little bit. I don't know. Hold up. Give me one moment, y'all. I don't know why I'm buffering. Yeah, give me 1 second. Let me see. Let me see. Try to fix this. Oh, I'm good now. Okay, cool. Yeah, because I was checking. I was about ready to check again. Yeah, because I was y'all about ready to check again on the cool. Cause I said I don't know what's going on. Hello, give me a second. Let me refresh a couple of things real quick so I can catch up. All right, I'm still good, y'all. Not buffering no more. Mm, 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 mm. Okay, look like it caught up. Look like it's catching up now. Yeah, so I'm good now. I'm not buffering no more. Cause it's the government. Yeah, it's the one. It's the government. They trying to keep this message. Nobody ain't dressed up like the village people. What are you talking about, Gabe? Kidoki. All right, if I'm good, y'all say I'm good. Let's get it. Let's get it. Mark, what's up with it? What's up with it? All right, so once again, before I was rudely interrupted. All right, so just like I say, the questions that I was asking so far was that me personally, I have not seen any type of videos showing people a personal account of the whole event that transpired. I haven't seen that yet. So that was the point that I was making about that. And so also another one point that I was making was that police had got a description of the suspect being a heavyset black man that was wearing a construction vest and helmet. But they didn't get facial recognition. So like I say, I'm not a conspiracy theorist or anything like that. I'm just presenting what they presented. I'm just presenting what they're presenting right now. So shortly later, according to the article, shortly before 8:30 a.m., the police said a heavyset, dark-skinned man in a construction vest and construction helmet donned a gas mask as a crowded in train approached the 36th Street station in Sunset Park neighborhood. tossed two smoke grenades, right, on the floor of the car and began firing the gun. Then later after that, a heavy-set man, by the way, later after that, he ended up on fleeing the scene. How he invaded everyone, it is beyond me. I have no idea. Now, this is an actual photo of the whole event happening as it transpired. They said first the Manhattan-bound N train left the station. The gunman released the canister of smoke and opened fire. The train ended up skipping the 53rd and 45th Street station, kept going. Then it ended at the 36th Street station, all right? When the train pulled to the 36th Street station, riders poured out and crossed across to the Manhattan-bound R train on the other side of the platform. Now, the R train took passengers, including some who were injured, up one stop to the 25th Street, where they departed. Now, here's another one diagram of the whole platform and, and all the stuff there. Now, they're saying that 10 people were hit by the gunfire. 5 of the victims were critically injured, but none of their wounds was life-threatening. The 10 gunshot victims made the 10 gunshot victims made the shooting the worst in the history of New York City subway. Another 13 people suffered injuries related to smoke inhalation, falls, or panic attacks. All right. Now, they said the shooting came as the city was already struggling to cope with both a rise in shooting citywide and an increase in crime and disorder in the subway that has scarred commuters from returning to a transit city that saw ridership plummet during the pandemic. It set off panic and chaos aboard the train, in the station and surrounding streets, and sent school and the vicinity into lockdowns that last much of the day. Interesting. So I'm kind of curious about this too. Why are they keep referencing about the New York transit system? Why they keep referencing this? Why they keep referencing saying that they was already struggling with these type of shootings that was happening, first of all, and the increased crime and the subway system? Why they referencing this again? Why is this the focal point of this particular narrative? I don't know. But Mayor Eric Anders, he said that the search for the gunman was hampered by the fact that at least one security camera at the 36th Street subway station that might have captured the scene was not operating. Interesting. So it just so happened that on this particular day, this particular camera was not operating. Now, just like I say, I'm not a conspiracy theorist by any means. I'm really not. All I do is look at the information presented to me, and I'll just come up with a logical conclusion behind it. So far, when you look at this, and you look at the suspect that they apprehended, Frank, right? I'm just gonna be real with y'all. So far, it doesn't look like Frank is this. I'm not gonna say he's dumb, but I don't think he's that. What's the word I'm looking for? That militant, or have that type of espionage. I don't think he have that type of level of espionage training to know that a certain camera was already down. And since this certain camera was already down, he targeted this particular area. I don't think he has that type of espionage experience to conjure that up. Based on what I done seen through his video so far. I could be wrong. But that's based on my observation. So far, I mean, I don't know. So far, this situation seems espionage-ish. I'm just saying. And there's this the photo of the event happening. Dozens of police vehicles with flashing lights clouded the streets. A helicopter flew over. And this is the whole chaos of this. And they said Frank James, a suspect who was apprehended, left troubling online videos. So I don't know, y'all. Let's dig deeper to that. And I got another question too. I didn't see. I don't know if it was actual videos of this or whatever. Because once again, I didn't see it. I only seen photos. But the moment when police apprehended him, how was his behavior? Was he distraught? Did he have a nonchalant attitude? Was he shocked? Did he feel like the police was arresting him for no apparent reason? What was his overall behavior when they came and apprehended him at the place that he was at? That's one question. Second question. If he knew that he committed this type of level of a crime, right? Why in the hell would he allow himself to be apprehended in a public place? You would think that due to the behavior of it all, one or two things would take place. First thing, based on the behavior, after when the shooting would have took place, that person would have committed suicide. Second thing, that person would have surrendered right there at the scene of the crime. So, just like I say, it is unusual for a person who do this level of a crime or a level of attack to flee the scene and to get apprehended in the public. And it seems also strange too, just like they said they had apprehended the U-Haul van as well too. It seems really strange as well too that this U-Haul van was placed about 3 or 4 blocks away from the scene of the crime. It seems I'm just calling for what it is. It seems weird. But once again, I'm not knocking it. I'm not knocking it saying that he did it or whatever, because like I say, I don't know. I have no idea. But so far, based on how these events that are transpiring right now, it makes me question it. It gives me a red flag vibe. Just look at this dude picture. Look at this picture. Like I said, I'm not trying to defend him. I'm just giving you a perspective. Look at this dude picture. Do this dude look like he have any type of high-level clearance military training? Do it look like he had this type of training? Do it look like he served as a Navy SEAL, special ops, or anything like that? To think about something like this, to literally go on board a train with a construction vest on, with a couple of mags, with a Glock, and a hatchet. Like I say, I'm just throwing it out here, y'all. I'm just throwing it out here. Now, he could be very well capable of this. I don't know, but so far, based on what I done seen for us, like his videos, a matter of fact, the two videos that I presented to y'all, it's way more videos than that I didn't actually saw before they ended up taking down his page. I've seen other videos. But even when I was looking at his video just to get an understanding of his behavior, I'm just being really, really honest with y'all. I don't see this dude being a militant / espionage / highly trained person to do this. I'm just being honest. It doesn't appear that way. Because it appears that this whole event seems like it was calculated. It seemed like that it was planned. Well, if it was him or another person, they calculated and knew that the 36th Street surveillance camera will be out. They knew that camera will be out. But how they knew, I don't know. Maybe it was someone who was in the inside. I have no idea. Or maybe the person disabled it days prior. I don't know. I have no idea. But this person knew. But let's go on with the story. Now they're saying the suspect in Tuesday's subway attack in Brooklyn appears to have posted dozens of videos on social media in recent years, doing rants which he expressed a range of harsh bigotry views, and more recent criticized the policy of New York City's Mayor Eric Adams. The man, Frank James, has addresses in Wisconsin and in Philadelphia. Two law enforcement officials said that the credit card with Mr. James' name on it had been found at the scene of the shooting, as had a key to a van that Mr. James had rented, along with a Glock 9mm handgun, 3 ammunition mags, a hatchet, fireworks, and a liquid believed to be gasoline. It appeared that Mr. James had rented the van in Philadelphia sometime over the last several days, driven it close to the subway line where the attack occurred, and abandoned it there, one official said. The police found the van 8 hours after the attack. As the hunt for Mr. James continued, the New York police officials and the federal counterparts asked the people to share cell phone videos from the shooting site or elsewhere that might help bring the manhunt to a swift conclusion, and sent an emergency alert on Wednesday morning as a residence to any direct information about Mr. James. The authorities offered up to a $50,000 reward money for the information leading to the arrest and indictment of Mr. James. The police released a screenshot of Mr. James taken from a YouTube video posted by his own channel, which is the Prophet of Truth, but that channel is no longer active now. The videos feature a man who appeared to be the same man in the picture released by the police, by the way. Not by people, but by the police, delivering extended tries, many of them overly concerned with race and violence, often tying those subject with current events, including, the Russian thing, blah, blah, blah. Two law enforcement officials said that Mr. James was the person featured in the channel's video. Now, hold on. Let me go back real quick, y'all. Let me go back. Because now, according towards this article too that they're writing, right? They said that they asked people to share videos or anything like that, right? That's what this article was saying, right? But however, when you go back and read this article, proofread it. This part of the article right here, will say, as the hunt continue, it never said that a person delivered a unanimous tip that Mr. James is at XYZ place. They never said a person shared the video. They never said a person took pictures of him. But however, the only thing that stands out is that the police released a photo of him. Not people who was part of the incident, nothing like that. The police. Now they're going talking about this on video now. Yo, Willie Brown, bro. Now, in the video posted on YouTube March the 1st, the person featured in the video criticized Mr. Adams for recently announcing policy addressing public safety in subways, which focus on the homeless people. Another video posted in 2020 appears to have been taken in New York's subway. In that video, the person holding the camera simply trains it on the crowd of the subway car. Officials said that consumer-grade fireworks, gasoline, and 2 unused smoke grenades have been recovered from the scene of the shooting. And a photograph circulated on social media on Tuesday appeared to show the fireworks along with other materials. William Weiner, the vice president of Phantom Fireworks, said that a man named Frank James from Milwaukee had purchased several brands of fireworks seen in the photos from the showroom in June. So far, y'all, I don't, like I say, I don't know, y'all. Now there was a reason why I shared the video to y'all earlier. The first reason, like I stated, is because I didn't want to show it on the show. If I showed it on the show, this show would be way longer. That's the first reason. The second reason was that I just wanted y'all to get before I start going into the details of this event that's happening, I wanted y'all to get a perspective about the suspect that they apprehended. I wanted y'all to gain a perspective about it. I wanted y'all to gain a perspective so y'all could draw your own conclusions about who is Frank James. Now, by the video that I showed, I said it in the chat. While the video was going, like, hey, this dude resembles that he have certain type of mental disorders based on what he's talking about. And he actually admitted it on one of the videos that he had a certain mental disorder on the video. I don't know if y'all caught that, but he actually admitted that. But however, so far, based on the chain of events, how the way this was orchestrated, how the way this was calculated, I don't know, y'all. I honestly don't know. I don't know. It doesn't appear that this man would be that calculating to come up with this. And here's another thing too. Now, referencing back to the video that I showed to y'all earlier, right? Y'all know the first video I showed to y'all, and I purposely showed that video first, right? The video I showed to y'all first, that was the video that when he was actually in the U-Haul van. He was actually in the U-Haul van, and he was actually traveling from Wisconsin, and he was traveling to Philadelphia. Now, throughout his whole rant, while he was in that van, the one thing he mentioned about was first that it was going to be a long trip. He's not used to driving this long. That's the first thing he mentioned. The second thing that he mentioned was that, hey, I'm going to have to pull over and do a layover. I'm going to have to go and stay at these old hotels. Then I'm going to continue on to Philadelphia. Then after that, it segued to the other part of the video where he was realistic and he's driving. That's when he started going on his rant, talking about how the way things was in Wisconsin. Then he started talking about, black people in particular, about certain black people that he didn't like, that he had grievances about. Then he started going into this rant, talking about he wished that these particular people that he's talking about would die. Then after that, he started talking about, the Russian and Ukraine thing and all this stuff there in this video. But he was referencing that to what he was talking about. Now, was it right by what he said? At the end of the day, that's that man freedom of speech. He could say whatever the hell he want to say. But we have to point out is the stuff that he said, is it reasonable, probable cause for him to develop this behavior, to go into this, go from Philadelphia, travel to New York, and commit this crime? Now, part of me studying sociology is that I had to also study. I had to study what is known as criminology as well too. So with criminology, what we do, we examine the behavior of certain criminals, and how the way we do that is that we figure out what is the triggering point, what caused the person to commit this particular type of crime. That's what we do. We figure that out. We figure out what is the trigger point to cause this person to commit these certain type of crimes. What I have found out through my own studies and stuff, right? Throughout my studies of these findings and stuff, right, through criminology, right, was that these type of situations, especially these like terroristic type of situations, normally these crimes is a crime. They normally label these crimes as a crime of passion. That's the first thing. The second thing is that when they label these certain crimes as a crime of passion, they label it like that because when they target people based on their passion about whatever it is that they feel, or whatever discrepancy or discrimination or whatever it is that's bothering them. This is what we do when we study criminology. We figure out the behavior, the why. Why did they get to this point? What was the triggering point, or what was the triggering mechanism? Then here's another thing that I want to point out as well too. Now, if you dig in and kind of research even more this with Frank James period, you would discover that most of his discrepancies that he was dealing with not in New York, but it was dealing with him in Wisconsin. The issues that he was dealing with was in Wisconsin. So here it is. And I want y'all to think, that's a different perspective. I want y'all to consider this, okay? If this be the case, and also based on criminology, all right, if this was a crime of passion, would it not make sense for him to commit the crime in the state that's causing him the discrepancies. Even though he made references to different other people, he made references to the mayor, but that was later on. Even so, here's another thing too. Even so, if that be the case, even if he had a discrepancy with the mayor, would it make sense for him to not target some random station? You would target a specific type of station where you know the mayor will be at. Would it not make sense to do that? Mm-hmm. Yep, facts. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. I'm just saying. Like, once again, I'm not defending them. I'm just going by the information that I see so far. That's what I'm going by. That's what I'm going by. I'm going by this information. Let's segue into this. So let's really segue into Mr. James, all right? Let's segue into this, okay? Once again, I present to you Frank James. This is a picture of him. As you can see. And they doing a story piece on him. Now, even according towards this article, they don't point out where he was arrested at or nothing like that. They're just saying that after the day after the shooting, he was unarrested. That's all it says. That's all it says. Excuse me for all the pop up because this is one of them like ghetto sites. This was the best that I could get for right now. Now they're telling the same story, talking about the gunman who was wearing a green construction style vest and helmet, and all this other stuff. And now they are kind of going in detail about his Facebook pages, his YouTube channel, and all this stuff there. Now they go into more detail describing it in this article. Which this is, I want to bring this up to y'all, okay? I want to give y'all this different perspective too. Let me Google something real quick, and I honestly want to get y'all perspective about this, okay? I think it was either Mike Larry or somebody mentioned this we're not showing the live earlier, but I'm the one to put it up as well too. Let's investigate Project MK Ultra. Let's investigate this. Let's investigate it, all right? Because I know that this was brought up. So we're going to investigate Project MK Ultra. I know a lot about this, but for the sake of this live, we're going to pretend that we don't know nothing about this whatsoever, right? And we're going to journey together with this, okay? So now, Project MK Ultra, right? It was a code name of an illegal human experiment program designed and undertaken by the CIA. The experiment were intended to develop procedures and identify drugs such as LSD that could be used in interrogations to weaken individuals and force confessions through brainwashing and psychological torture. MK Ultra used numerous methods to manipulate its subjects' mental states and brain functions, such as the covert administration of high doses of psychoactive drugs, especially LSDs and other chemicals, electroshock, hypnosis, sensory deprivation, isolation, and verbal and sexual abuse, in addition to other forms of torture. MK Ultra was preceded by 2 drug-related experiments, which this was on Project Bluebird and Project Artichoke, which y'all need to read about that as well too. Now, this project it began in 1953, and then it was reduced in the scopes in 1964 and 1967, and it was halted in 1973. It was organized through the CIA and coordinated with the United States Army of Biological Warfare Laboratories. The program engaged in illegal activities, including the use of U.S. and Canadian citizens' unwitting testing subjects. MK Ultra scope was broad, with activities carried out under the guise of research at more than 800 institutions, including colleges, universities, hospitals, prisons, and pharmaceutical companies. The CIA operated using front organizations, although some type of officials at these institutions were aware of the CIA involvement. Okay. Now, the reason why I'm bringing up Project MK Ultra, right, is because according to this article, Wikipedia, this program allegedly no longer exists, right? But it is declassified, meaning that it did happen. Meaning that it literally did happen. Here's something I want to present to y'all, okay? And once again, this is my perspective. I want to present this to y'all. What if Project MK Ultra was not discontinued? What if the program was still being resumed? What if the program is still being resumed right now? But they had enhanced the program. The first part of this was just the trial and error period, where they were just testing it out and see if it works. But what if they not only fixed it, but they perfected it? Now, keep in mind, the whole point of Project Ultra is to target certain individuals. Project MK Ultra was originally targeting certain individuals. But what if they done perfected this program so much so that it targets all of us as citizens? Now, once again, I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I'm just throwing the information out there. It's your perspective. However way you want to perceive it, you can perceive it however way you want to. But I'm just throwing it out here. But what if that's true? What if that's true? Yeah, it sounds like some Jason Bourne stuff for real. It really happened. Mark, have you seen that movie with it's a movie with Denzel Washington? It's called the Manchurian Candidate. The Maturing Candidate, it's a movie with Denzel Washington. And the Maturing Candidate pretty much talk about Project MK Ultra, where they use hypnosis to trigger someone into committing heinous acts, especially acts of terrorism. Especially acts of terrorism. PMP, what's up with it? Trey, what's up with it? But once again, what if they actually perfected Project MK Ultra? Now you're probably wondering, well, Urban, how would they do that? How will Project MK Ultra affect us, like citizens? How would that be possible? Check this out. And once again, this is just my perspective, all right? Check this out. Each and every last one of y'all know that every Fortune 500 company invests billions and billions of dollars of doing what? Each Fortune 500 companies in this nation, I'm just talking about this nation in particular, this country in particular, invests in billions and billions of dollars of what? If you say advertisement, ding, 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 you are correct. You are absolutely correct. I'll give you the DJ horn. You are absolutely correct. If you say that they invest into social media, you are absolutely correct. So here's the question. Why? Why? Why do they invest billions and billions of dollars into social media and into advertisement? Here's the answer. I had took the opportunity, right? When I was doing my minor in business management, right? I had took the opportunity of being part of a class known as organizational behavior. I was part of a class known as organizational behavior. The whole focus point of this class was us as sociologists, right? How we could use mental stimulation to get the consumers, which is us, to purchase product. And the best way for us to do that, it was through advertisement, through hypnotic suggestion. I kid y'all not on this. Search organizational behavior. I kid y'all not on this. We discovered through hypnotic suggestion that eventually the consumer will eventually break down and they will buy XYZ products. When you go into your stores like Walmart, it could be a grocery store like Kroger's, wherever it is. They use hypnotic suggestion throughout that whole entire store. From the moment when you walk in, They play certain music there that have a certain frequency that will trigger you. They have certain things that are placed out there purposely that will trigger you. And this is through hypnotic suggestion. Now, and this is just you being a consumer. This is you being a consumer. Just imagine they took not only these billions of dollars just to perfect this. Just imagine that they take this billions of dollars and use it on social media. Now they're using the same hypnotic suggestions on you. You know what it is, especially as content creators. Some of y'all are content creators. You know what it is. Another name for hypnotic suggestion is what? You got it. The algorithm. The algorithm. So they had created a program where it would capture your viewing experience. It would gather data, information, and it will present it back to you. And it'll keep showing it over and over and over again until you become so negated to it that it don't even bother you no more. Over again. Over and over again. And this is known as the algorithm. The algorithm exists in YouTube, exists in TikTok, it exists in every last one of these social media platforms, all of them. It even exists in your search engines as well, as you search through Google and Chrome and whatever browser that you use. It started becoming illegal for them to do that, right? So this is why, check this out too, and I want y'all to be aware of this. This is the reason why whenever you visit certain sites, guess what the first thing that pops up it says? Do you give us permission to activate what is known as cookies? Cookies gather your information. They say that it is used to enhance your viewing experience, but in reality, it's used for the algorithm to hypnotize you, to give you hypnotic suggestions. That's what they do. So y'all better listen to Urban, because Urban putting y'all on game tonight, for real. Urban putting y'all on game tonight. So the reason why I'm mentioning this is because, once again, this particular thing, Project MK Ultra, it exists. It is known as hypnotic suggestion. It is known as the algorithm. So now check this out. Imagine, once again, in the same narrative, right? Imagine if you get a person who has mental disorder like schizophrenia, bipolar disorder, or any of these type of disorders, right? Imagine them surrendering their freedom, right? When you sign up to this platform, you are, listen to me, y'all. Listen to Urban on this. Listen to me. So, because I don't want to hear y'all math about this. Oh, it's our freedom of speech and stuff like that. Listen to me on this, for real. The moment where you create a YouTube account, the moment where you create any type of social media account, you automatically surrender your freedom. And that's included with me. You automatically surrender your freedom. You automatically surrender your First Amendment rights, period. That's why they ask if you want to do it. They don't make you do it, they ask. The reason why they ask is because they know through law, through the Constitution, the only way a person could surrender their freedom if they do it willfully. If they do it willfully. So that's what we do. We surrender our freedom, willfully surrender it in many different ways. Anytime you're required to sign any type of contract, whether it's through social media, whether it's you applying for a job, when you're applying for a job, that is a contract that you're signing. And you're willfully doing it. You're saying that you're a willful participant and you're going to abide by these rules of statutes. If you don't abide by these rules of statutes, you are terminated immediately. This is the reason why, even on social media, YouTube could terminate your account because you agreed to it. And you can't go and quote the Constitution. You can't say, oh my God, they invaded my First Amendment rights. No. You signed a legal binding contract. You signed a legal binding contract, period. Now, once again, in the same scenario, and I know y'all know this, there are a lot of people on YouTube who are either subscribers or even content creator. Hence, who we talk about right now with this dude right here, Mr. James. This dude right here. There are people right now who are either subs or content creators like Mr. James who suffer from certain type of mental disorders. And all they want to do is to be part of the social norm. They don't want to feel like they're different. They don't want to feel like they're not included with society. So they sign on to these platforms. They surrender their constitutional right on these platforms. Then the moment when they sign on these platforms, guess what? Project MK Ultra is in work. Or as we say, the algorithm is in work. It start analyzing certain videos you click on. Every video that you click on, it's getting a report on it. It's analyzing. Okay, this dude like this. Okay, this dude like that. So we're going to put more of this so we could trigger this person more. We're going to put more of this to trigger this person more. Oh, you hate black people? Oh, we're going to post more stuff dealing with the black people that you hate. We sure are. And they keep feeding it and feeding it and feeding it. And keep feeding it into the algorithm. And it's creating a psychological narrative where now that narrative is becoming their immediate reality because now they have been hypnotized. So now how the way they perceive the whole entire world is based on their experience. Now they're walking with this type of energy, right? And they go into everyday life. And for some reason, they go into everyday life. And now they're now, based on the law of attraction too, right? They're now attracting the same type of energy that they allow into their subconsciousness. It becomes their immediate reality. They're allowing it. They are allowing it. And now every single day, they're experiencing this. Now they feel like the whole world is against them, but in reality, it's because they've been hypnotized. They've been programmed. Remember my live earlier today when I was telling y'all that throughout my upbringing, I was believing about being pro-black. And the reason why I was believing that is because of my not only my upbringing, but my immediate reality of it. Until one day I just woke up. The reason why I was thinking like that because at one point in time I was hypnotized. I was hypnotized to be pro-black. I was hypnotized to be strictly for this one set of a race. Instead of seeing the whole broader spectrum, seeing that we are all human, period. This color thing is nothing but a form of hypnosis. In reality, this color thing, this race thing does not exist. But they created this narrative. Same with this situation. Same with this dude right here. This is the reason why he was when he was doing what he was doing that because he became hypnotized. He logged on to YouTube, he created an account, he created a Facebook account. The algorithm started picking up on all this stuff, right? And it'll becoming immediate reality. End up becoming a immediate reality. And this is the reason why we are in the condition that we're in right now. This is the reason why we cannot accomplish certain goals that we want to accomplish because we're so hypnotized. This is the reason why. Now, to be honest with y'all, I don't know if I should feel sorry for Frank James or not. To be honest, I don't know. I don't know if through his hypnosis that he actually committed this act. I don't know. I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea. But the one way we'll know is when more reports come out and he start opening it up and we start seeing more things being presented. It's all that we could go about doing. But that's based on, to be honest with y'all so far, based on my observation, I honestly believe that so far that this dude right here, I don't think that he's capable of doing espionage stuff like how the way it happened yesterday. I just honestly believe he's not capable of doing that. Now he is a butthole. He been going in on the videos and also I give him that. He do have a certain hatred for certain set people that did him wrong. I give him that as well too. But for that to trigger, for you to actually go and randomly pick a place to create this crime, I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't know. It appears to me that it doesn't seem like this dude is capable of doing this. And this is my observation. Once again, I could be wrong. They probably got him apprehended. They probably got him hypnotized. They probably got him in interrogating him right now and then getting him to confess and everything. Might be doing that. I don't know. I have no idea. But only time will tell. So, on that note, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and end it right here. I hope that the things that I was sharing with y'all, it gives y'all a different perspective about what's going on. Like I said, this is just my perspective. It's not 100% facts. Just give y'all something to think about. Yep. Yep. And the owl sees it all. Yep. And I know we supposed to be talking about this a long time ago, but you know how it is, bro. But I'm talking about it now. Talking about it now, y'all. But I'm just letting you know that I know a lot. I know a whole lot. I know a whole lot. So, like always, y'all continue to fight fate with faith, and I will see y'all on the next episode. Peace out, y'all.
I don't care how long it take to get a op back. All my niggas outside, steak, bitch, we out back.